Hi everyone, it's Bonjour, long time no see. Today we're going to talk about how to learn or relearn words as a translator and interpreter. There are going to be two parts, A and B. In part 1, I'm going to show how it works in general, and in part B, I'm going to give you an example. Now, let's dive right in. Words are not created equal. Words we can read is way larger in volume than those we could leverage in speaking, because when we first learn new words, they are passive, which means we could only recognize them in reading. You have to know its pronunciation to understand them in listening, and practice in actual writing to be able to use it in composition, and finally, of which only the ones you're most familiar with will be what you will be speaking when they go active. So the number of active words define your interpreting performances. So this video is not about roots or fixes and how many words you should memorize in a day. There are plenty of videos doing that, but about making your vocabulary active. Every time you learn a new word or tightening your grip on old ones, make sure you follow these 8 tips. 1. Look it up in good corpus-based learner's dictionary, like the Code, or search for it on the web, so study how it is used in context. Simply retrieving a couple of target language equivalents from an electronic dictionary is inadequate. And second, know its frequency. You want to focus on mastering frequently used expressions for active use, not fancy, rare ones. Imagine you're a foreigner learning the Chinese characters "da-da", which is an onomatopoeia, like 东边的机关枪还在哒哒哒的响. But check this out. This is from a village head in Henan province during the academic. Is it Chinese? Definitely is. But is it a good sample of using "da-da"? Less so, because only a small amount of people understand it. So what's right in English doesn't mean it is good for communication, so the frequency does matter. Third, know exactly what it means, which could be broken down to 3 aspects. Denotation is direct meaning, connotation is associative meaning, and register, or how formal it is. For example, the words home and house have similar denotations, which is a shelter or a building in which people live, but only home connotates a sense of belonging and comfort. According to Newmark, there are 7 registers: official is, official, neutral, informal, colloquial, slang, and taboo. For example, Your Majesty is official is, lady is official, female is neutral, woman is colloquial, chick is slang, the B word is taboo. So make sure you use words wisely. Fourth, know how to pronounce it properly, including where the stress falls. Common mistakes come from a derivative of a word we already knew. For example, we know celebrate, but this word is pronounced as celebrity rather than celebrity. Fifth, know how to use it or how does it fit into a sentence. And 6, compare it to some useful synonyms, antonyms, and related words and understand their different nuances. And 7, know some idiomatic and clever ways to translate it in a few different contexts. Number 8, master at least 5 collocations, phrases, and patterns using that word, and memorize some recyclable, productive frames into which you can slot words to make your own sentences. This last point is important but often overlooked. The best way to learn words for active use is in multi-word units. We mentioned in an intensive reading video, the ease with which water can be won from air depends on the air's relative humidity. It's not about words, but about the pattern of the frame, which is the ease with which A depends on B, meaning A 的难度取决于元音 B. You could slot words into this frame to create new sentences right away. Moreover, assimilating and recycling prefabricated chunks of language may help make production in B not only more accurate and idiomatic, but also more fluent and less effortful. So those are the 8 tips. Again, don't record all the expressions. Be selective. There is a bonus tip. Keep your eyes open for B language words and phrases that seemed difficult to translate into your own A language. Some words are easy to understand in the source language, but may not be easily translated in the target language. For example, the unusually attractive lady. In English, we know it simply means the lady is very attractive. But in Chinese, you may think about the right Chinese equivalent. 比如说漂亮的不正常 sounds weird. In fact, 非常漂亮 is good enough. Or more colloquial, 漂亮的不像话. So now you could note it down. Unusual plus an adjective means 什么什么的不像话. Okay, so much for part A, the guidelines. In part B, I will show you an example of how to use those 8 tips and create your own active vocabulary notebook from start to finish. Please like and leave your comment and questions. I will see you in the next video.